Division II district rivals face off tonight from the mountaintop here in fabulous Upper Sandusky, where Gage Weaver and the visiting Ontario Warriors are going to take the floor against Holden Daris and the Rams. Streaming live and free wherever internet can be found, and it's all on the way exclusively on the OH.REPORT. Next.
Enough about me, let's start the show, starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon. Know as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
I got 2 feet on the ground, head flying in the clouds. It's just the little things, all of the little things. Hands up in the sky, it's all gonna be alright. It's just the little things, all of the little things. Oh, 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 oh. Love the little things, love the little things.
Good evening, folks, and welcome inside of the Sutton Bank pregame show. I am Brian Skowronski, joined by the one and only Joshua Banks tonight. 2 reeling teams, Josh, trying to score a very much needed win. Some brownie points, if you will, ahead of the tournament draw. Upper Sandusky especially would love to get some winning vibes going, flowing in their favor here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Upper Sandusky, a 2-win team on the season. Haven't played up to their potential all year. Really hoping to get on the right path right before the tournament draw.
We'll begin first, though, by breaking down the visiting squad tonight, the Ontario Warriors. They were hotter than Grandma's house in some wool slippers early on in the season, but they've kind of cooled off like the weather outside since, Josh. This is a team that's been up and down, but after that 5-1 start, they've lost 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, they really got to get things going. They got to find the right path. It's not Ontario Warrior basketball to start 5-0. Win 1 in your next 7, and that's just not the Warrior way that we've come used to seeing over the years.
Yeah, Tim Mergel taking over for Joe Baylog. Big shoes to fill. A win here tonight would push them back to 500. They got a dude that you can pretty much rely on a consistent basis, though, and I would say that dude is Mr. Gage Weaver in his senior season. He's a leading scorer on the squad, top rebounder as well, and he does a little bit of everything. Shoots a pretty high percentage at the free throw stripe too, Josh.
Yeah, one of those things where he's going to play down low. Gage does a really good job in the post. He's not the biggest kid on the floor, but he knows how to use what he knows how to use. He has ability that's untouched in a lot of areas. He's going to score in the post, he's going to get offensive rebounds, and he's going to pressure their best player, which tonight I look forward to probably seeing a Gage Weaver, Holden Daris matchup out top.
And for Upper Sandusky, relatively high expectations for them heading into the season. Obviously, they have not been met with a 2-13 record. Definitely the worst in Jeff Winslow's coaching career, and they've had a lot of injuries. Players in and out of the lineup. The continuity just has not been available for Winslow and his squad.
Yeah, I think we talked the starting lineup that he had for the season coming in has played 3 total games together all year.
Correct.
You can't really expect a lot from a high school basketball team when the team you are expecting to have hasn't been there all season.
You mentioned Daris, and guess what? He's a birthday boy tonight, so obviously he's going to be playing with a little bit more passion, energy. It's impossible not to smile and have a good time on your birthday. He's probably going to want to fill it up, though, so he can blow out some candles later tonight after a nice big W.
Yeah, they really need one here tonight on their home floor. They've got some tough conference games coming up. They got Colonel Crawford coming up here in a couple weeks. They still play Cary again, I do believe, and they still have one more with Mohawk. They've got some tough games coming up. Tonight's going to be a really big game for Daris and his Rams.
So can he have his cake and eat it too? We will find out. That's the visiting squad right there, Ontario. Looking, of course, to get a nice road win as well with that tournament draw right on the horizon, just a couple of weeks away. And both of these teams are going to be fitting into that same Division II district that it's so loaded this year, Josh, when you look from top to bottom. So if you can avoid one of those really quality teams like a Shelby or a Lexington in your first round, but right now, that's kind of the case for Upper Sandusky and Ontario. Pretty close to that mix too.
Yeah, they're kind of in that mix, especially the Upper Sandusky Rams. They're going to run into that Shelby or that Lex team in round 1. I will say I truly think that the Upper Sandusky might be the best 2-win team in the area. We've seen their potential. We know what they're capable of. They just haven't really been able to put it together all season on a consistent basis.
Rams are 20-10 all-time against Ontario in this matchup, but last year it was the Warriors getting the better of them over at Ontario's place. But we'll pause here first for the playing of our national anthem. Let's get ready for some basketball. Big ups to the Upper Sandusky Pep Band for getting us ready for some high school basketball boys action here tonight. Ontario and Upper Sandusky will meet the starting lineups in just a moment for both of these teams. And as you talked about for Upper, they have not been able to get that consistency. It's been a little bit different story, though, so far this season. For Ontario, a little bit more continuity for them. Here's who's in the mix starting out tonight. You've got a couple of seniors in Weaver who we touched on. Braxton Hill is going to be joining him as well. They've really found something, I think, too, in the freshman point guard in Landon Foltz, who will be joined by the Utter Weaver in Carter and then Brady Zahi.
You look at the pedigree that Coach Baylaw built at Ontario and Coach Merkel is trying to build upon. Not very often you've seen a freshman stepping on the floor for the Ontario Warriors. So I'm excited to see Landon Foltz play for the first time this year.
And the starters tonight for Upper Sandusky, Brock Montgomery is going to make his return to the lineup. Sharpshooter, just a sophomore. Daris, we talked about the birthday boy. Cayman Isles, another sophomore. He's kind of played his way into the starting lineup. Gets a lot of junior varsity minutes as well. And then both Justin and Josh Howman getting the starting out for the first time this season.
Again, another situation. You got a freshman playing for Coach Winslow and Josh Heilman, and you've got 4 sophomores on the floor with Montgomery, his older brother Justin, and then Cayman Isles. So it's really going to be on Holden Daris to use his junior veteran leadership to keep this young group calm down and try to be in a good basketball game.
All right, keys to tonight's matchup for Upper Sandusky. I just feel like they got to play at their pace, dictate the tempo. It's not the same style of team that we've seen from Jeff Winslow and company in years past. So they got to take control here, Josh.
And limit turnovers. Play your game, like you said. Dictate tempo, limit turnovers.
Here is the opening tip-off as we wrap up our Sutton Bank pregame show. And we are into basketball action. Upper Sandusky wearing their white uniforms. Ontario in their blues. And here's Daris. Tried to sneak a pass through. Got in pretty deep. And it's going to go down as a turnover.
Caught that ball on the block. Surprised he didn't try to do a little bit more work with it, looking for the dish instead of the bucket.
Daris, though, gets the ball right back here for Upper Sandusky. Making a pretty play, so back-to-back turnovers. And just nowhere to go after Howman picked up his dribble. And it'll go down as a 5-second call. And that's kind of a rarity that you see that actually out on the field of play, Josh. You typically get those on out of bounds.
Get them on out of bounds, or you get them maybe down closer to the hoop. It's not very often that they're able to continue with a dribble for 5 seconds within that range to get that count.
3 ball is up, back iron, and a rebound pulled down here by Montgomery. He'll push the pace, runs into some traffic. Now here's Justin Heilman off the screen. Weaver comes out to match him up. Spin move by Daris, the up fake, and it's in and out. Daris with another hustle play, but he saves it in bounds to Ontario. They got a 5-on-2, no-look pass, but poked away Montgomery with some excellent defense.
Yeah, Brock Montgomery does a great job of cutting off the baseline, preventing that easy layup from happening for the Warriors. But down here on this end, it's the matchup I expected to see, and Gage Weaver's doing a great job down low against Holden Daris so far this evening.
Get it in, it bounds. Off the drive. This one will fall for the first points of the game, and it's Carter Weaver.
What can you expect? The Weaver boys are going to get their points.
So 2-0 Ontario leads it. As we're 2 minutes gone by here in the opening frame. Montgomery's going to pull it out. They're going to reset here with Justin Howman.
Looks like they're going to rely on Justin to do all the point guard duties tonight. And there's going to be a turnover.
So it'll be turnover number 2 here for Upper Sandusky. Off the kick out to the corner. Warriors drive, they'll kick it. And quick hands. There's the theft right there from Josh Heilman. Now a wide open 3 for Josh. Can't bury it, front iron. And pulled down here by the freshman Fultz. He sends it ahead. Misfires, and the rebound to Daris.
Montgomery does a great job staying in front, keeping his hands up, staying straight up.
Nearly a walk there. Daris splits traffic and blocking foul. And one opportunity coming up for Holden.
Holden does a great job getting to the lane. Fultz tried to step over and draw the charge, just couldn't quite get there in time. Holden finishes, and he's going to go to the line for 1.
So Daris on the season from the free throw line, 64%. One of the best shooters on the squad for Upper Sandusky. And a shout out to his father, Chris. Kind of put this whole thing together with us being over at Upper for the entire season. One of our great sponsors on our scoreboard you see right there. And he did ask me, and I apologize I haven't come through for him yet, if I could put Tom Cruise's picture for him in place of his own headshot. And up to this point, haven't made the change. We'll probably get that switch in the mix eventually, and maybe we'll confuse a couple people. Who knows? Maybe someone will mistake old Chris there.
Nowadays, anybody can look like anybody, right?
Yeah. Photoshop, it is a wonder, my friend. So the first foul of the game there against Upper Sandusky goes against Montgomery. Hesitation move, baseline drive, cut off. Weaver all alone. 3 ball swirls out, and Daris collects a board. They'll dump it inside now for Isles over the left shoulder. Too strong, collects his own miss, and the second opportunity, pure. So after the Kessler two-pointer, 3 back the other way for Carter Weaver.
Carter's got all 5. He come out hot tonight.
That one's going to get tipped. Intercepted here by the Warriors. There's Carter with the pass to Big Bro. Spin move. And he's going to get fouled on the arm.
So great find by Big Bro to Little Bro.
First points of the night for Gage Weaver. Gage 72% on the season from the charity stripe. And he drills them both.
72% is a pretty impressive number for a high school athlete.
You see the pressure here being picked up. Grayson Purvis. Great hands right there. Schroeder getting into the passing lane. Heilman, though, pokes it away at the last second as he went down to the other end.
That's great hustle by Heilman to beat him to the other end, not allow the easy basket. Gets his hand in there, knocks it away without committing a foul.
Scrappy play here by the Rams. And they'll get another tip and a giveaway by Ontario. Quite a few turnovers piling up on each side here in the opening 5 minutes of gameplay.
It's going to be important for both teams to kind of just relax a little bit, try to get your offense going a little bit more, and stop committing the turnovers.
Backdoor cut by Kessler, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. See, they tried to get the give and go working right here. He and Cayman Isles. Bogpen Miller wasn't having it. Here's Purvis matched up top with Heilman, gives it off here to the wing. Upper brings it here near side. Clean look from the elbow and stripped yet again. Weaver lays it off for Miller, and he couldn't handle it.
Looks like that's going to go out on Daris. It's a great dish by Weaver to Miller. He's just got to catch the ball first. He was so content on finishing at the rim. Catch the pass, then go up and finish.
We saw in a game, I believe, last week, Bogpen, he definitely got some ups. He had a big dunk. So perhaps he had that on his mind. Show-stopping play right in front of the Upper Sandusky student section.
Looks like we're going to have an upper foul on Gavin Frey.
It'll be his first team foul number 3 on the Rams. Here's Weaver inside, double team. Looked like perhaps Isles got a little piece of that one.
Kamen doing a great job using his length, which he has plenty of, as we're going to have a foul on Weaver. Carter Weaver.
Getting out, switching the screen that time, a little bit aggressive. The bump with the body, his first, team foul number 2 for the Warriors. Send a double team here. Howman gets rid of it. Free throw line extended, clean look. Montgomery from the corner. Can't knock it down. So the Warriors pushing back the other way. Miller with Holden draped all over him. Brings it back up top here for Carter. Weaver trying to leave Montgomery in his dust. He lays it off, tough shot. And coming away with it again, though, is Zahi. But the second look not available either.
Cameron Isles gets the rebound there. Now Heilman's going to look to push, float. Can't finish.
Another rebound for Weaver, and that one will fall through. Nice look ahead for Grayson Purvis.
Purvis with his 5th point of the evening. That's a great pass by Weaver up the floor.
65 seconds to go here in the opening frame. Rams stuck on just 5 points. We'll see if the birthday boy can change it. Gives it up instead here to the corner for Kessler. Back to him. Now trying to cut off of Isles, who's going to get fouled in the process.
Something a lot of teams like to do when they play Upper Sandusky, too, that I've noticed is Cayman Isles isn't really a threat to shoot the ball yet, being so young. Hasn't quite developed that jump shot, so they'll double off of Cayman. Once he develops that jump shot, this team's going to be very dangerous.
Bad pass out of bounds. Giveaway here for Upper Sandusky. Heilman with another turnover. He's had a few giveaways here to start things off.
Got to shake those first varsity start nerves here if you're Justin.
Rams going to pick up half court man-to-man here with Fry. Now Zahi, nice crossover. Had to pick up his bounce. And Schroeder content to let the seconds milk away here. Coach Merkel insisting to his bunch that they'd like to get the last shot here of the opening frame, and why not? 4-point cushion. Chance to expand on that.
Extend it to 6 or 7 after 1, or you just don't allow Upper to cut it anymore.
Got it in the hands of their junior guard, Purvis. Hands off here on the wing. Now here comes Hall back to him. Clean look, but Daris with the length gets the shot blocked, and can he put it away? He will, right at the horn. So that'll take us to the end of one. Holden Daris trimming down the gap with a nice birthday bucket to end the first.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
A little bit of a sloppy first quarter here at the mountaintop in Upper Sandusky. The Rams trail it by 2 as we open up quarter number 2. I'm Brian. Josh Banks is with me tonight. And, you know, a few giveaways for both sides. It seems like they're starting to settle in a little bit, but that's kind of how the game started out and what we were not expecting, I don't think, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, there were 4 turnovers by the Warriors, 3 by the Rams. It's one of those things where you kind of have to, like we talked about, you got to slow it down, get your offense going. As that was a layup made by Hall.
And Zahi now comes away with the strip. End-to-end, pretty play for the bucket.
Yeah, Brady does a great job of getting down the floor, going up to finish. He had Miller running with him, but he didn't need him. He just took care of it himself.
Zahi on the season averages 6 points per contest. Those last two were fantastic. And here's Weaver. 6 straight points here for the Warriors to open up the quarter as they have blown open the lead. Timeout taken by Coach Winslow.
6 straight points on 3 turnovers by Upper Sandusky. Limit turnovers, play Ram basketball. You can't afford to lose a 6-0 run to these Warriors because they're going to keep building on it. They're going to get more confident on the defensive end, and it's going to go from 8 to 15 really quick.
Coach Mergel now in his second season running the show at Ontario after spending more than a handful of years over at Madison. And can't have much bigger shoes to fill than what Joe Baylog left. Doing a nice job so far and keeping some of the same culture in place. I like the pressure defense certainly on the perimeter, and that's what's led to this super hot start in this second quarter. Just getting after it, sitting down, playing some solid D, and I like the trapping situations they got against some of these young guards. Some of them haven't played a ton of varsity minutes.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something that I'm sure Coach Mergel found out once he heard the starters were going to be for Upper Sandusky. It might have even changed his defensive mindset just a little bit. Hey, they got a lot of youth, a lot of guys that haven't seen a lot of varsity time. Let's trap them. Let's force some turnovers and get out and run.
And switching up the game plan a little bit here as they execute some full court pressure. Rams able to evade it. And now they'll slow things down as Fry backs it out. They'll reshift. A couple of down screens here. They'll bring Howman out to the wing, looking to Daris down on the block, working hard, not going to get a touch though. Now here he comes off the ball screen, gets the switch with Weaver. Strong drive, the kick out, Daris with the shot. A little bit short on that one and rebounded by Brady. Last touch by Upper Sandusky.
Upper Sandusky really trying to work the ball in the post this evening with Daris and with Isles. And the smaller guards down low, Braxton Hall, Zahi, all those guys doing a great job of keeping those guys behind them, fronting them, not letting the ball come down low.
A little bit of a gamble there by Daris. It's going to lead to this three-pointer, back iron too strong, and it's a one-and-done. Kessler with the board. Clean look from Montgomery. Corner pocket. Not going to execute that one either, so back-to-back trips offensively for the Rams. They don't come up with any points. At the other end, Braxton Hall will. A huge three as the lead is now swelled to double figures.
Yeah, Braxton Hall, one of those kids, he's going to keep shooting it, and when it starts falling for him, it's going to be a long night for the Rams.
Daris has to give it up from the free throw line. Now back to him. They'll squeeze it in down on the block. Here comes Kessler with the kick out. Quick ball is up, and 3 straight trifecta tries for the Rams and 3 straight defensive rebounds for the Warriors. Can't connect this time, though, with Fultz. I think this is a big possession here for Upper Sandusky. Got to stop the bleeding. Haven't scored, and instead it's more misery. They give it away. Weaver on the break. Lays it off. Left hand too strong for Fultz. But he's got the offensive board as the 3 goes up. That one off target as well. Montgomery with the spin, the dish out wide. Open look, and the Rams just can't buy a bucket. Almost halfway through the second, they're sitting on a goose egg here in the frame. As that one's poked away from Miller.
Trying to feed Miller down low, wide open on the roll right there. Daris does a great job hustling to get to, but again, Miller's got to be strong with the basketball when he catches it.
Ontario's going to maintain possession as they'll get in a couple of substitutions here. Gage Weaver checking out along with Brady Zahi. Fultz, too, will take a seat, so some fresh bodies in the mix here for Ontario. As the Rams sticking with their half-court man-to-man, they'll trap. Another 3-ball on the way. Misfiring this time is Hall. Knocked down his last attempt.
1 for 3 in the quarter.
And there's the first points here of the second for the Rams.
Kessler gets to his spot and knocks down a little elbow jumper.
Upper Sandusky still getting doubled up on the scoreboard here at home as they leave Carter Weaver all alone.
I don't think there's a guy on this Ontario roster that you can comfortably leave open for 3.
Nice execution there off of the pressure. Leads to an easy bucket for Montgomery, and that's what Upper really needs right now as Weaver's going to try it again, and it's back-to-back 3 balls. Kid's heating up.
This Warrior team's heating up from 3, and that's going to be a problem all night long if you're Upper Sandusky. You got to step out. You got to play better defense on these shooters.
Can they keep up here at the other end? It has been problematic for the Rams so far this season, getting outscored by about 10 per contest so far in the season. Though that's a pretty play inside. The shot, not so much, as it's clanked hard off the iron by Isles. And the 3-party stops at least for now, but can it be 3 in a row for Weaver? Wow, friendly roll on the road. 9-0 run here for Weaves.
That ball touched every part of the rim before it decided to fall in there for Carter Weaver.
Coach Winslow wants a timeout, and he's not going to want to see this replay. He's like, man, at my home gym? These guys getting this bounce? Come on, man.
We can't knock down a shot on our end. They're getting all the friendly rolls on their end. Something's got to give from those basketball guys watching down on these Rams, let me tell you.
So Carter Weaver, 3 straight made 3-pointers. He checked in tonight, 1 of 8 on the season.
Tonight's his night, I guess. He said that 1 for 8, that's not me, guys. I'm going to knock down 3 in a row, and 3 of my first 4, to say the least, in this game.
I can't imagine the Holden Daris would waste his birthday wish on some Carter Weaver 3 balls, but it feels like it's kind of a celebration for him here tonight. A 3-pack here in the frame, and still a long way to go. 2 minutes, 40 seconds in this second stanza. Rams reeling right now, down by 16, and man, not a good-looking pass right there. The wraparound picked off. But the long rebound caroms out here to Montgomery. Brock looking to find somebody. And instead, the Rams just going to find another giveaway. The Christmas season well behind us, and they are still giving it. But Ontario returns the favor at least. But 3 turnovers in about 10 seconds. Bit of a hot mess stretch right there for both units. And how about another one? Why not? Pile another pancake here on the stack.
Looks like quarterback's throwing interceptions out there right now.
Got a little case of the Dak Prescotts.
Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, probably more the Trevor Lawrence route in that first half. But hey, it's about the second half finish, right? That's what the Rams are thinking, and certainly Daris, who's got the putback there.
He's got 7 on the evening. Not having a bad game. They've just got to get some shots to fall.
Yeah, Daris trying to hold it together here for his club. And he's been truly one of the few bright spots for Upper Sandusky. He's played 14 games so far on the season. You look at Fry, just 8. Howman, Justin, 13. Sam Smith, 13. Montgomery's only played 11. So the continuity definitely has been an issue. Josh Howman, this is just his 9th varsity contest so far tonight.
Josh, a freshman, his 9th varsity contest and his first varsity start against a Warriors team that they're going to recognize that. They're going to ball pressure, and 13 turnovers now for Upper Sandusky in the game.
It's right about at their season average of 14. As Weaver can't uncork this one on target. You can't blame the kid for trying. Upper looking for back-to-back buckets, I believe, for the first time here in the contest as we're sub 1 minute to go before halftime. Nice up fake in the left hand. Can't get it to drop. Here comes Gage. Picked up by Daris. Little rocker and then a spin through traffic. What a move by Weaver. Couldn't polish it off. Now the lob inside. Great fake. And a foul is called. So that'll put Cayman Isles on the line for a couple.
Maybe on the off arm, but that looks like a good block there by Fultz.
You could tell by the body language and his expression, he certainly thought so. Sends a 57% free throw shooter to the line. Zahi back in the lineup. Jaden Leach, after a few minutes, checks back out. And the lefty stripes the second. So we've got kind of a football score on championship week in the NFL. 27-14 here. 15 seconds before the close of quarter number 2.
You're in the hands of Weaver, knocked down 3 threes. Let's see if he doesn't get the last shot of this quarter.
He'll cut through. Now they will get it back to him on the wing. The shot is up, and it is there! Carter Weaver with his 4th three-pointer here of the opening half. Perhaps none prettier than that one. He steps into the corner, and he makes it count, extending the Ontario lead to 16 points here as we are at the break. What a half for Weaver and company all over the Rams here on the road. Keep it locked in. We'll be right back for the Sutton Bank halftime that'll include stats, analysis, and more. You're watching live and free boys high school hoops exclusively on the OH Report.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I was soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Playoff time, baby. Games, snacks, drinks. I mean, what else can you ask for, bro? Really?
Hey, pass me a Pepsi.
I mean, can you drink any louder?
That's how I drink.
Loud like that?
I drink loud. I like to enjoy it.
Toss me some Lays.
Did you eat any louder?
It's normal to eat loud. Drinking loud makes no sense. Hayden, Eli, road trip to the Super Bowl. Hard pass. Playoffs are on. You're paying for that door, by the way. I got a bus. The bus has got a bus. Let's go.
Can we go see the bus?
What up, Eli?
Mr. Cruz, I miss you, buddy.
I miss you too, man. Super Bowl, baby. Let's go.
We're not going. I'm going to get more chips and drinks. Do not leave this room.
I got you. I got you.
Whoa!
Super Bowl, here we go.
Are you kidding me?
Technically, I didn't leave the room.
I'm calling Mom after I finish these chips.
How much longer? You drive weird.
Bus, are we there yet?
No!
Hey, Bus, we gotta pull over for some more chips and drinks.
Oh, you got it.
Hey, guys, look what I found.
Bradshaw?
Hey guys, got room for one more? Got Doritos? Got Mountain Dew.
Well, do we really want to bring him? It might start to feel crowded. I mean, maybe if he had a little,
Oh, please don't.
you know,
Don't say it.
salsa.
I love me some salsa.
All right, I got an idea. We got one seat left, and it's special just for you.
Let's do it. This is like a convertible, except a whole lot better.
Good for you, you're happy and healthy, not me, if you ever cared to ask. Good for you, you're doing great, I know without me, baby, God, I wish that I could do that.
I lost my mind like something like crying on the floor.
It does kind of open things up a little bit.
Tonight's high school broadcast brought to you live and free by these generous sponsors. How about Wilson Tire Company, Sutton Bank, BS Media Productions, Quest Federal Credit Union, along with Frito Lay and Spherion Mid-Ohio. We could not bring you the action without Chris Daris as well and Edward Jones, financial advisor. Take one more quick break and we'll be right back with your halftime stats and a breakdown of what we saw through 2 quarters of action. Keep it here.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome inside of the Sutton Bank halftime show where it is 30-14 Ontario on the road, and they are all over Upper Sandusky so far as the Rams off to a rocky start in the student section. Hasn't had a whole lot to cheer about, Josh. A lot of giveaways here for the Rams and for Ontario. Kind of an unlikely hero for there with Carter Weaver finding his stroke.
Yeah, the Rams are not doing a very good job of limiting turnovers, one of the keys that we had for them. But then again, you got to credit Ontario's defense. They're doing a really good job of pressuring these young guards for the Rams, forcing a lot of turnovers, and converting those turnovers into three-point shots for the unlikely hero Carter Weaver, who had 4 of them in the second quarter alone.
Enter the game just 1 of 8, folks, if you can believe it. And then he knocks down 4 all in a single frame. Unbelievable start for Weaver. All right, here's the stats brought to you by Sutton Bank. And field goals, more than twice as many for Ontario thus far. They've got just as many three-pointers as Upper has total shots made so far in the game. And still without a trifecta for the Rams, who have given it away 13 times, Josh. That's been huge.
Yeah, that's been huge. Definitely something Coach Winslow was definitely on his guys about in the locker room at halftime. Not something he's real fond of. Season average is 14. They almost meet that in the first half alone. If you're the Rams, you've got to slow yourself down, limit the turnovers here in the second half if you want to have a fighting chance.
So heading into the game, we were chit-chatting and thinking about, what would the keys be for these Warriors? Take a look at them right now at halftime and see how things have shaken out so far. Got to run the floor certainly was one of your target points, and I think they've done a pretty decent, healthy job of that so far, Josh.
Yeah, when they get a turnover, they're looking to push. When they get a defensive rebound, they've got 2 or 3 guys leaking down the floor. As soon as that rebound hits their rebounder's hands, he's pushing the ball up the floor. They do a very good job of running the floor.
And then burst the pipes. If you put on a lot of pressure on this Upper Sandusky team, they will give it away, as we saw in this opening half. Ontario, they've been able to get some nice transitions out of it and then capitalize with a lot of easy buckets at the other end. So it's been a great start for Ontario. Will it continue here into the second half? We're less than a minute away from finding out together. And more importantly, I think for Upper Sandusky, playing at home tonight for Coach Winslow, what type of response do you have after arguably one of your worst halves of the season? What's it going to look like here in the third quarter? Can you play yourself back into a position where you're within striking distance going into the fourth, or is it going to get out of control?
The first possession of the second half goes to the Upper Sandusky Rams, and it's going to be a huge possession for them. If they can come out, get a layup, get a 3, get fouled, put points on the board with this first possession, it'll be a really good sign for them. If they turn the ball over and it becomes an easy basket for the Warriors, this could get ugly quick.
And that will wrap up your Sutton Bank halftime report as we are ready for second half action. Opening possession will belong to the Rams. So work it side to side. They've got Daris calling for the ball down on the block. Now he's forced out to the wing. Holden off the bounce, looking for some options, and difficult pass kept in bounds there by Cayman Isles.
Cayman does a good job of attacking that ball. Empty possession.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the case so far for Upper from beyond the arc as Ontario stripes yet another one. That one straight away from Brady Zahe.
Their 7th 3 of the evening. They must have been watching the Lady Rams game last night that we called where they knocked down 11 in the game.
Much different story for the boys here tonight. Cannot get it going from long range. But do they have a run in them here in this third quarter? It's a strong move, and the lefty misses it in tight, rebounded by Weaver. Now Gage with the jump stop, the kick out off target. Nice catch, though. And a second opportunity is going to send Ontario to the line. Let's take another look, though, at that made three-pointer. 7th of the game for Ontario with Zahe knocking that one down.
One of those things where that first possession, like I said, was very important for the Rams. They came out empty. The first possession for the Warriors is a 3.
6 points now for Braxton Hall. Second one lips out. Loose ball foul is going to go against Gage Weaver. Second look here on the BS Media Productions replay.
Both guys battling for the ball. A lot of arm fighting going on there. Refs called it the Rams way, and it's going to go on Weaver.
So here's Fultz picking up with some defensive pressure. Nearly took it away from Montgomery. Now here's Brock. Thought about pulling the trigger. Takes it in middle, bounce pass out. Strong take, tough shot. And an offensive rebound, and it's ripped away. athletic move here by Brady Zahe. Check this out, man. That's a lot of hang time, and he timed this up pretty well, too.
He went up. He about took it right out of Cayman Isles' hands for another turnover, but he does a great defensive job there.
Now back down on the block. This one comes up short. Isles has really struggled tonight, sitting on just 1 point for the ball game. Weaver leaves it off. Here's a three straight away short this time from the right hand of Hall.
They're going to keep shooting it.
Spinning into traffic. Now leaving it off is Heilman. Three ball from the corner. And the follow by Daris.
Holden Daris has really been a bright spot tonight for these Rams. He's got 9 on the evening, doing everything he can do.
The rest of the team just 7 collectively. And here's Daris with a block out on the perimeter. Take a look at this one. Watch him the whole way.
Great hustle play. Got the right hand up there and knocked it out of bounds on the attempted three by Zay.
Here's Carter Weaver, who really had a career second quarter. Dozen points all off of three-pointers. Now here's Big Bro taking it in, and Gage misfires. Carter pokes it away. Gage cleans it up, +1.
It's a great job there by the Warriors to not quit on the rebound. Get the offensive board. Gage goes up strong, finishes, gets the hoop and the harm.
Gage Weaver now with 7 points as he caps off the old-fashioned three-point play right there. Now Hellman backs it out, gives it off here near side to Montgomery. And we're going to get a foul in the paint. It's going to go against Ontario. As Landon Foltz tried to sneak his way around Cayman Isles. He's going to take a seat along with Gage Weaver.
Rams really trying to get the ball down low this evening.
Lob it inside for Isles. Partially blocked that time by Bogpen Miller.
Miller showing his athleticism to go up and get a piece of that one.
And now he's going to get fouled on his way to the hoop. So Miller making an impact at both ends of the floor right here. Lanky sophomore listed at 6'4". Starting quarterback for the football team this past season. And quite a few parallels I think you can draw from Ontario's football season and then the basketball season, where they got off to the great start, hit a rocky patch. Can the boys basketball squad turn up the gas and light a fire late? Pick up some key wins here as we're getting closer and closer to the tournament draw.
I mean, it could be a very similar result, too. If you're Ontario, you had a great start in football, you fell off, and then you ran into the worst team you wanted to run into in the first round of the playoffs with Mansfield Senior.
Mansfield Senior as well will be in that Division II district, along with Ontario and Upper Sandusky. So here's a clean look from the wing. Comes up short. Rams still have not been able to knock down an open triple. They've had quite a number of looks.
Got to keep shooting, though. Can't get hesitant. A lot of times you'll see the Rams especially, they're 0 for on the evening from 3. They're going to start probably getting a little hesitant on shooting it. Try to make some unnecessary feeds down low. Could potentially result in turnovers and fast-break buckets.
That's just an ill-advised pass there from Justin Hallman. He's got to have at least 5 of the Upper Sandusky turnovers here, as that shot is up front, iron tipped out. offensive board by the Warriors. Again, front iron, and it's the same result with Brady chasing down the loose ball. So third opportunity leads to Carter Weaver on the drive, and he puts it home.
Carter Weaver, the unlikely hero this evening for the Ontario Warriors, as he's got 16 now.
Yeah, he's been fantastic tonight. Entered the game averaging just 7 per clip. Nice take inside. Hellman cashing that in off the square. Nice hands there by Upper Sandusky. A lot of traffic there on the drive from Brady.
Yeah, Brady maybe tried to force that one a bit.
And there it is. Brock Montgomery holds the pose as finally Upper Sandusky's able to drill a 3.
Bogdan Miller answers back on the other end with a layup on the assist from Carter Weaver.
Back-to-back threes, though, now for the Upper Sandusky Rams.
There's Daris.
And the birthday boy into double figures now. He's got a dozen. But his team trails by 19. That's where you post a 2-minute mark here of quarter number 3. Weaver lines this one up. Came up well shy this time. Now
If you're Carter, you keep shooting the ball, though.
No question about that. Trying to build some momentum here at this end. And instead, stepping out of bounds is going to be Justin Howman.
16th turnover of the evening for the Rams.
Some substitutions here. Jaden Leach into the mix now for Ontario. Grady Schroeder running the point. And now Bogdan Miller. Kaboom from outside.
Kessler kind of said, if you want to shoot it, shoot it. And he shot it all right.
Daris a couple of jab fakes. Now leaves it off for Montgomery. Back out to Holden. Hesitation move, and he swirls that one home. Daris has certainly done his thing. Nobody else, though, with more than 5 points for the Rams.
Holden getting his. Somebody else has to step up and do something offensively for these Rams if they want to even think about getting back into this game.
Can certainly try to keep riding number 2. He's got 14 of the 26. They'll set him up straight away. Long rebound out to Montgomery. Switches to the left hand, tough shot. Boarded by Bogdan.
Bogdan did a great job defensively there as Holden Daris plays cornerback and intercepts that pass coming from Miller to the corner.
Full out hustle there. And maybe a shoestring out of bounds. Really tough to tell on the BS Media replay.
You hear Coach Merkel yelling, one shot.
And I think more so this season than any other that I can remember, I've heard coaches yell out one shot, and it doesn't happen. Ontario exercising at least some patience, a little bit of poise here, as they check the clock now down to 5 seconds, looking to go to work. They're going to have to put one up, and they won't. But at the end of 3, Ontario in cruise control as they lead it by 20 on our way to money time.
You You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Josh, you happen to know what time it is here at Upper Sandusky?
It's 8:03.
It is money time, sir, is the correct answer.
Money time.
That's right. Fourth quarter action going down right now. It's the Warriors with the basketball. They have got a 20-point lead. Chance to add to it here. As Weaver's got the tie-up, both he and Ethan Kessler. Possession arrow, of course, going to favor the Rams. And what's got to be, depending on how this fourth quarter plays out, a bit of a disappointing performance here. Even though Levi Lamb declared ineligible this week, unable to play, leading scorer on the club. But even without him, just hasn't ever felt like Upper's been in this game since about 4 minutes in. It's been all Ontario. And we'll get an offensive foul here.
Yeah, Daris tried to get around the corner, used that off arm, just pushed right through the defender.
Excellent job of beating him to the spot that time by Carter Weaver. He's had a fantastic performance, 16 points for the Warriors. There's Gage. Nice job to split the gap. Couldn't finish it off. There's a three-pointer, back iron. Gage skies up for the board. Oh, great look ahead and an easy bucket in transition. 2 points for Hall.
What a pass. Full court length of the court from Gage Weaver to Braxton Hall.
Now we'll get a foul here. This one's going to be assessed to Hall. There's a look at his last 2 points, though. So it wasn't that long ago he was doing some great things. Isles back onto the floor for Coach Winslow. Then they'll set it up for Daris. Missed it with the right hand in tight. 2-on-2 here. And Carter's going to back it out, swing it here near side.
See how much clock the Warriors try to run here.
Fultz being hounded by Montgomery, got a little piece of it, and it leads to a turnover.
Sam Smith gets the steal in the defensive end.
And wide open look, no bueno there for Gavin Fry, one and done. But the Rams get it right back. Back-to-back turnovers here for the Warriors. And they're going to, well, I thought they were going to get a clean look at three. Montgomery elects to give it off. And it's poked away out of bounds here from Smith.
And that's kind of that hesitation I was talking about there. Montgomery had a really good look, and he dished it to Smith instead. It almost led to a turnover.
Carter matched up here on Daris. He gives it to Gavin Frey. Now Holden jump stops into some traffic. He's got the finish. Get a timeout on the floor. Taken by Upper Sandusky. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Gives us a chance to take one more look here. Nice play by Daris. Might have got away with a little bit of a travel there, but hey, on your birthday, you got to catch some breaks, especially when you're down by 20.
And he's got 16 on the evening, so Holden really doing everything he can do. Nobody on this Upper Sandusky team has stepped up to be that second scorer. That's where not having the likes of a Levi Lamb has really hurt them this evening. He was that other body that could score, led the team in scoring. That mix of him and Holden. Levi shot the three ball very effectively. kind of hard to find somebody to step in and fill those shoes when Justin and Josh are great athletes, but they haven't got that much varsity time this year. They're really kind of JV staples. They put up points in JV, but even the varsity to JV is a different pace of basketball.
Off the drive from the corner, here's Weaver kicking it out. Carter off the drive, finds Gage, couldn't handle it. So Ontario all of a sudden getting a little bit sloppy here in this fourth quarter. But the Rams return the gifts. Miller on the drive, coast to coast, cashes it in.
Bogdan Miller is a very, very athletic big that can shoot the ball as well.
Rams, though, match it right back at the other end. Quick score for Upper Sandusky, and it's back to a 20-point game. Here's Weaver from the corner, in and out.
That ball was all but down, and then it popped out into the hands of the Rams.
Daris with a clean step through. Back-to-back buckets now for the Rams.
Holden's got 18.
Coach Winslow asking for a trap, as they got to start getting super aggressive defensively here. Love to try to make things interesting, as we're about at the midway point here of quarter number 4. If you're just joining us, it was Ontario with a huge second quarter that kind of blew things open. Carter Weaver knocking down 4 triples in the frame. Here he is on the block with the kick out. And setting up yet another 3 for Braxton Hall.
Braxton Hall, like I've said before, he's not afraid to shoot it. That's his, I want to say, second of the night, maybe third.
Puts him in double figures with 11 now, and a foul on Weaver. Swiping down there on Cayman Isles. Another look on the kick out and the big 3-pointer from the corner. 21-point lead with number 21. Knocking down.
3-ball, number 9 of the evening for the Warriors.
Gage Weaver likely checking out for the final time tonight as the freshman Landon Foltz out onto the floor. And back-to-back free throws made here by Upper Sandusky. We want to talk things over with their head coach, Chef Winslow. Season number 10 here with the Rams, and so much success. I mean, multiple Northern 10 championships. Had some undefeated seasons within the league. So for him, this is definitely a really unusual place for this program to be, struggling just to compete against a team like Ontario.
Oh, and if you look at their roster, they have 3 seniors on this team. Ethan Kessler, Levi Lamb, Sam Smith are the 3 seniors on this roster. Their biggest contributors, the Brock Montgomerys, the Holden Darises, the Cayman Isles, those are all underclassmen. So it's definitely an up-and-coming team that we can only look forward to being twice as good next year.
That would certainly be the expectation for Coach Winslow. Having a lot of these sophomores with some varsity action now under their belts. And Daris, who's grown not just as a basketball player, but as a human being. 6'5" now. Love what we've seen from him in terms of his development. Great inside-out presence. And here he is reading the play.
And he's only going to get better.
Another look as Daris comes up with the interception and then fouled by Carter Weaver. His second team foul, number 5 on the Warriors. They've got just one more to give. Oh, but here's Carter, sneak it in. He wants to go in for the jam and mistimed his jump. Still got the deuce. That's all the coach cares about.
He wanted to flush that. second thought, I think he heard the footsteps coming behind him and was like, I'm just going to go up and finish this just to get the bucket.
Nice feed, but it's taken away. Looked like a reasonable pass there to Isles, just couldn't squeeze it. Now Carter Weaver, who's got 18 leading all scorers tonight. Both he and Daris tied for the top individual performance in the game scoring-wise. Sets up Miller from the short corner.
Rodpin Miller puts him in double figures now, the third Warrior into double figures this evening.
Had an excellent balanced scoring attack, something that they've kind of routinely had so far this season. 6 guys, I believe, average more than 5.7 points, as that's a big 3 drop there by Josh Heilman.
The freshman getting in on the action.
Closing in on 90 seconds till an Ontario victory, and Weaver once more straight to the tin. And I thought we were going to get a timeout, just a mass substitution here as Weaver's night is done. 20 points. Very successful evening for him.
He got everything going tonight.
And I would assume that's got to be close to a career high if it's not for the junior. As Miller showcasing some nice length, got a piece of that one for the block. Body's hitting the deck, jump ball. And it'll favor Upper Sandusky, or Ontario rather.
Minute 12, we'll see what Coach Merkel wants to do here. Slow down, try to dribble the clock out, or keep going. I mean, you've got your bench guys in there. Let's see what kind of points they can put up.
They lead it by 22. Rams sticking with him on the perimeter. Now another kick out in Ontario. Comfortable, not putting up a shot. Though Leach kicks it out to Miller, and he'll try one. Off target, and an offensive board here for Foltz. So the freshman comes flying in. But he'll give it away. Miller got it right back, though. Down to 5 seconds, and Ontario is going to dribble this thing out. Monster performance by the Warriors tonight as they win it 59-37. Their second win in their last 3 tries. We'll step aside, and we'll be back with our Sutton Bank postgame. That'll include an interview with our Quest Federal Credit Union player of the game. Gotta be Carter Weaver. We'll talk to him, break down the stats, and give you all the information that you need to know about this game and more moving forward on the OH Report. We'll return in just a minute.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I will soon, soon. Know as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred.
Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Playoff time, baby. Games, snacks, drinks. I mean, what else can you ask for, bro? Really?
Hey, pass me a Pepsi.
I mean, can you drink any louder?
That's how I drink.
Loud like that?
I drink loud. I like to enjoy it.
Toss me some Lays.
Did you eat any louder?
It's normal to eat loud. Drinking loud makes no sense. Hayden, Eli, road trip to the Super Bowl. Hard pass. Playoffs are on. You're paying for that door, by the way. I got a bus. The bus has got a bus. Let's go.
Can we go see the bus?
What up, Eli?
Mr. Cruz, I miss you, buddy.
I miss you too, man. Super Bowl, baby. Let's go.
We're not going. I'm going to get more chips and drinks. Do not leave this room.
I got you. I got you.
Whoa. Super Bowl, here we come.
Are you kidding me?
Technically, I didn't leave the room.
I'm calling Mom after I finish these chips.
How much longer? You drive weird.
Bus, are we there yet?
No.
Hey, Bus, we gotta pull over for some more chips and drinks.
Oh, you got it.
Hey, guys, look what I found.
Bradshaw?
Hey, guys, got room for one more? Got Doritos? Got Mountain Dew.
Well, do we really want to bring him? It might start to feel crowded. I mean, maybe if he had a little...
Oh, please don't.
You know, he'll...
Don't say it.
Salsa.
I love me some salsa.
All right, I got an idea.
We got one seat left, and it's special just for you.
Let's do it.
This is like a convertible, except a whole lot better.
Good for you, you're happy and healthy, not me, if you ever cared to ask. Good for you, you're doing great, I know without me, baby, God, I wish that I could do that.
I lost my mind like Mr. Night, crying on the floor.
It does kind of open things up a little bit.
As we await for our MVP to arrive, would like to thank our generous sponsors who bring you tonight's action live and free, including Chris Daris of the Upper Sandusky branch for Edward Jones, BS Media Productions, Sutton Bank, Quest Federal Credit Union, Wilson Tire Company, and Frito Lay. We're now back with our Quest Federal Credit Union Player of the Game. Got Carter Weaver joining me now, the junior guard / forward for Ontario. And what a night for you, man. I thought that you did really nice things at both ends of the floor, but I think we got to start with that second quarter and that hot streak that you had from downtown. You entered the game just 1 of 8 from 3. What happened in the frame where the bucket had to look huge to you, knocking down 4 trifectas?
I don't know. It just kind of I think I made the first one, and then I won that little 3, and then it just kind of went up from there. Had more confidence because I've only shot, like you said, 8 this year, and I was like 2 for 30-some last year, so it just kind of was my night.
Yeah, no question about it. You had as many attempts tonight as you had for the entire season, and you guys get, I think, a much-needed win. It's such a tough district that you're going to be playing in, so every one that you can get to build the resume is huge. How did it feel out there on the floor to not just win, but pretty dominant fashion here on the road?
It felt good. We were coming off that loss to River Valley, so this helps. And then we got Clear Fork and Galleon, which are league games coming up, so it's a big boost and confidence for the games coming up.
Take me through your season. It's been up and down, got off to a hot start, got a little bit of a rocky patch in there, and now you're starting to turn it on again. So evaluate your team for me and where you're at right now and just what this journey's been like.
Like you said, it's been rocky. It's been hard. There's been some moments that we struggle. But win streaks help a lot. We had that one at the beginning of the season, and then we kind of fell off during Christmas breaks where it started to hit. And then we got the win against Highland before River Valley, and then these wins. So hopefully we can just keep moving.
What would you say you like most about this team that gives you confidence knowing that moving forward you can start accumulating some wins and go into tournament time with some nice momentum?
Probably just playing with my friends out here. I've been growing up with these kids for so long, and we've been together since 6th grade. Some of us have been playing. So the friendship, and then just everyone brings a little bit something different to the table. We got a bunch of shooters. We got Gage inside. And then we just got Bob and grab rebounds, and everyone just does their own thing.
You mentioned Gage. It seems like you guys play really well off of one another. What type of feel do you and your older brother have when you're on the floor?
I feel more confident with him because he's been through this. He's played for Baylog. He just helps me out there, you know. Just that relationship to know someone that I've grown up with my entire life to play with, it just helps.
Yeah, certainly helps you tonight. 20 points. Is that a career high for you, or have you done better before?
I've had 24 before, yeah.
All right, so 20 big points for you. Is there anybody that you want to shout out that maybe helped you get to this point, or maybe just watching tonight?
I just want to shout out my teammates and then my family.
All right, Carter Weaver, your Quest Federal Credit Union MVP. Really appreciate the time, man. Awesome performance tonight. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we will be right back with your post-game show here at Upper Sandusky.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my low ad, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Playoff time, baby. Games, snacks, drinks. I mean, what else can you ask for, bro? Really?
Hey, pass me a Pepsi.
I mean, can you drink any louder?
That's how I drink.
Loud like that?
I drink loud. I like to enjoy it.
Toss me some Lays.
Did Did you eat any louder?
It's normal to eat loud. Drinking loud makes no sense. Peyton, Eli, road trip to the Super Bowl. Hard pass. Playoffs are on. You're paying for that door, by the way. I got a bus. The bus has got a bus. Let's go.
Can we go see the bus?
What up, Eli?
Major Cruz, I miss you, buddy.
I miss you too, man. Super Bowl, baby. Let's go.
We're not going. I'm going to get more chips and drinks. Do not leave this room.
I got you. I got you.
Whoa. Super Bowl, here we go.
Are you kidding me?
Technically, I didn't leave the room.
I'm calling Mom. After I finish these chips.
How much longer? You drive weird.
Bus, are we there yet?
No.
Hey, Bus, we gotta pull over for some more chips and drinks.
Oh, you got it.
Hey, guys, look what I found.
Bradshaw?
Hey, guys, got room for one more? Got Doritos? Got Mountain Dew.
Well, do we really want to bring him? It might start to feel crowded. I mean, maybe if he had a little...
Oh, please don't.
You know, he'll...
Don't say it.
Salsa.
I love me some salsa.
All right, I got an idea.
We got one seat left, and it's special just for you.
Let's do it.
This is like a convertible, except a whole lot better.
Good for you, you're happy and healthy, not me, if you ever cared to ask. Good for you, you're doing great, I know without me, baby, God, I wish that I could do that.
I lost my mind like Mr. Night, crying on the floor.
It does kind of open things up a little bit.
Welcome to the Sutton Bank post-game show. Alongside Joshua Banks, I'm Brian Skowronski. And heck of a performance here at the mountaintop, I gotta say, for Ontario as they win it 59-37, knocking off Upper Sandusky. And huge performance from Carter Weaver, who we just spoke to. I mean, it's a class guy, and I think a kid that's got a lot of confidence in his team, and rightfully so. They got quite a few weapons when they can put it together.
Absolutely. You had three guys scoring double figures tonight with Carter Weaver, Braxton Hall, Bogman Miller. And Miller's one of those guys coming off the bench that does it. So that makes them very dangerous. And I tell you what, they're catching, they're catching their rhythm at the right time, coming down to the end of the season, getting ready to go into the tournaments. This is the time that you want to get that offensive flow going.
Let's take a look at the final stats of the evening presented by the Sutton Bank. And you see the field goal discrepancy along with the three-pointers and rebounds. I mean, pretty much everywhere Ontario won in this game.
Yeah, Ontario did a great job on the offensive and defensive glass tonight, holding their own. They forced those young guards of Upper Sandusky to turn the ball over, as you see, 22 times. And then they managed to get to the line 2 more times as well. So, I mean, Ontario controlled this game from start to finish, I feel.
And they put multiple players in double figures. Just one, I believe, for Upper Sandusky. Maybe they got a second one in there, but Holden Daris, he did everything he could on his birthday, 18 points for him.
Yeah, Holden did a great job. Holden did what we've become used to seeing Holden Daris do. He gets his shot when he wants to get his shot. He's a capable three-point shooter. He loves to work down in the post. I think their problem tonight was they tried to work in the post too much. They didn't hit the open shots that they had. They missed several three-point attempts tonight that would have made this a completely different outcome had the ball fallen the other way.
Let's see what's ahead for both of these teams. Ontario is going to be headed into the Clear Fork Valley, a game that we'll have live and free for you guys on Friday night, in a really tough bounce-back game for Upper Sandusky, as they got to go to one of the toughest places to play in the N10 at Mohawk, one of the league leaders right now. Doesn't get any easier.
No, Clear Fork's a really tough matchup for Ontario. If they can stay hot like they were tonight, I think they'll take care of business at the Colt Corral. Upper Sandusky's running into A.J. Hess, who's the all-time Mohawk leading scorer now.
Shout out.
And that Mohawk team, they knocked off Cary, their only loss of the season so far. So that's going to be a really, really difficult bounce-back game for Coach Winslow and these Rams.
All right, final thoughts on the night from you, Joshua, for either side. What do you think you'll take away most from how everything played out here tonight?
I've had the pleasure of being at several Upper Sandusky games. This was my first time seeing Ontario in person, and their record does definitely not showcase their talent that they have. They are a team that I don't care if you're Lexington, I don't care who you are in that Division II district. For them, they're a team that you don't want to run into, because if they're shooting the ball like they shot it tonight, they could beat any team they play.
All right, that's going to wrap up our coverage here from the mountaintop. Want to thank all of our generous sponsors for helping bring you live and free coverage. They all have links right there in the description for the game, so make sure that you support those that support our broadcasts. For our camera guy, Justin Wilson and Joshua Banks, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long from Upper Sandusky.